mp2 again, streaming into the 60 FPS ingestion server. I'm going to take a look at my main stream. It's holding at 84%. I cut the bits per second down to basically 4,000, which is the lowest setting that I can stream 1080p at. So, and it's got variable bit control. So I don't know how that works. Does that go up or down, or what does it do? We may have to find the sweet spot here, but at any rate, so far, everything is going well. Do some readings. Note from the chair, we talked about the budget. What haven't we talked about? I don't know, I may have to get some different readings. Oh, simple recycling. That's good. Your bags must be out early the night before, which is good because they come very early. And if your bag isn't out by 4 a.m., you might not get picked up, which is kind of interesting. My garbage gets picked up on Mondays, which is a good thing. I get Sunday, I can get my garbage put together, and Monday evening it goes out, which is cool. I think it actually gets picked up on Tuesday because I gave myself a reminder to have it out on Monday. So I think that's where we're at, actually. It's interesting. Here's something that's very important. Improper household waste disposal leads to water pollution, land pollution, air pollution, loss of biodiversity, and exposes residents to health risks. When improperly disposed, chemical wastes find their way into water bodies through surface runoff and seepage into underground. Well, that certainly makes sense. We don't want that to happen, do we? And right now we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds into this stream. I'm not getting the warning that I'm running out of CPU, so I think we may be okay. Hopefully. It's just not able to handle a high stream rate. But it may not need a high stream rate. And for most purposes, I'm going to be running this stream rate and taking 30 frames per second, just because it takes up less storage and that sort of thing. So the camera is also capable of recording at 24 frames per second. I'm going to give that a shot. We can do 1080p at 24, but I don't think that's what's coming out of the HDMI. I think the HDMI is strictly 1080p, and that's okay as long as we get this. The fact that it's sending a mp2 signal is okay. The processing overhead just has to be compensated for. So I'm going back over and check where my processor is, and it's holding at 82%. We'll keep going. It shouldn't get much higher than that. I'm not changing a lot. There's not a lot of action in the stream. I mean, I may have peak activity, such as if I wanted to cut over to see what I'm actually seeing on my live stream. That might be cool. I can try that. Hang on, let's see what that looks like. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut over to that, and then we'll come back into here, and this right here, can I make this full screen? I don't know. I know I can make that full screen, and I can probably make this full screen. Okay. Well, it'll get out of the way shortly. That's pretty wild. It's kind of fuzzy. There you go. Now we're full screen. Ta-da! Fascinating. Okay. I'm going to go back to my system here and cut back over to that. I don't really know what was happening with the other side, but now we can go back over here to here. Click to exit full screen. We don't need to see full screen. Now that was a lot of activity for the encoder to handle. It's yeah, and you can see on my stream all the stuff that's bouncing around. So let's see where it's holding now. I'm going to come over here. Holding at 82%. I can live with that. So simple streams, simple videos. I'm not running any major graphics or anything like that. We're at 6 minutes. This is the longest we've had so far. The audio is exceptional. I think it's going to be fine because I've got mp2 encoding. I can cut down a little bit on that bit stream. It doesn't need to be at 128. That's what's recommended, but it doesn't have to be there. I could cut it down to 100, for example. Take 20% out of it, and that'll give me back some more processing speed. The audio stream's current rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. So if I'm going to run a variable bit rate, I may need to set this up so that it's fixed at 4,000. There should be no reason why it doesn't is lower than recommended. It says it says it's at 0, but I know that's doing something because I can see it there, and it says I have an excellent stream. It must have been a momentary thing when I was bouncing around from screen to screen. That's probably what it was. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this stream now, and we'll see what it looks like and sounds like. Take care.